I'm Eli, or I'm Shmiz, and I'm here with D-Berg and Sparkster.
What's up, guys?
Got a very interesting match here today. Berg, you want to talk a little bit about Bay?
Yeah, well, we can first start off with the div standings. Um, so we have in playoffs we had Bay 55 and then Lotus. And Bay was impressive 10-0, very dominant throughout the regular season, so they earned their bye. And then last week we saw semifinals between 55 and Lotus. Was a 2-0 from 55. Very convincing, almost 100 points in the first match, and then a very close 10-point match to close out semis. So that's what kind of set us up for this matchup. So we can get into LUs next, starting with our 1 seed, Bay. So they are running Breaker, Closhi, Emre, Supra, and Merrick bagging. Two pretty heavy hitters, Emre and Closhi off the top. They were 1 and 2 in the Div MVP race. So I had predicted that Closhi would be up there, so I kind of indicated on that. And then Breaker and Supra, solid contributing players with very decent averages as well. They're a very complete team, not a lot of weaknesses. And then we can head over to 55.
Honestly, I wouldn't take 55 out of the question at all. I think this is going to be a great match. The lineup here is going to be Yoki, Leotai, Lynx, Hanny, and Lambo. I expect to see a strong performance out of Hanny in the front, along with some supporting casts from Yoki, Leotai, and Lynx. I think that Lambo will also make a difference as a bagger, as he is a great bagger as well.
Sparkster, do you have any more insight to add as a bit more of a higher div player than us? Maybe you're more familiar with these LUs.
Starting with or sticking with 55 for now. Definitely the biggest kind of difference that we're seeing with this LU is that there is no judge seen from the LU here, and they also do have a switch of a bagger from Slick to Lambo compared to their semis. So definitely going to be a bit of a switch up to see. Actually, not sure how much of an improvement possibly that Lambo is in bagging, as I have seen Slick just been bagging for a longer period of time, but still don't think it's going to be like a blowout in shot count compared to both baggers. And then, yeah, again, Judge, who's definitely the most veteran player on this entire team. And if he does actually not play, or maybe even not sub in the later matches, could potentially do a tiny bit of kind of damage to them. But I think they could still, again, keep their hold. They still have a lot of good players that averaged really well, as we see with Hanny and Leote. So definitely not a team to just take out of the question.
Yeah, I was interested to see if Judge would be in the lineup for finals since he did play both of the semifinal matches, but it looks like he's not in here. So it would definitely be interesting to see if he subs in or anything along the lines of that. Looks like we got 5 in currently.
One other note that I thought might be important to mention, the regular season matches between these teams was obviously 2-0 in Bay's favor as they didn't drop any matches. But those matches were about 2 months ago. They played very early in the season. So I don't know if they've scrimmed each other much, but as far as actual GSC matches go, they haven't faced off in a while. So while Bay did take both of those matches pretty handily, there could be a pretty big difference in team composition or how they're playing currently from those matches.
Sure, I definitely think this is going to be a really good matchup here. Do you guys have any predictions you want to share?
Yeah, I can start off the top. I think that the Bay LU is very strong, and I think it is tough with 55 not having Judge. I've seen him at the top of a lot of tables before, so it'll be interesting to see how they're able to kind of adapt without him in the lineup. So I'm gonna predict a Bay 2-0. but I hope I'm proven wrong because I always love seeing match threes. See if you guys have any different insights.
I do kind of, for my prediction, I'm possibly just going to be agreeing with you here, only on the condition that 55 doesn't completely run away with Shocks, because Shock is definitely going to play a huge role on switching a lot of the races that we're hopefully going to see uh, soon in the future. But I think as long as it's kind of an even shot count or just a shot count favor for Bay, I just think it's just going to be a 2-0 for them.
I'm gonna have a little bit of a different opinion here. I think that if Hanny and Leotai can really get up in the front there, I think that there's definitely a chance they could pull away here. They may have a chance at winning match one, especially since we haven't seen a lot of Lambo. He's kind of an unknown factor here for these finals. So I think if they can really get that shot count down, like you said, Sparkster, I think that they could take the match one. But I do think that it's going to be 2-1 Bay.
Yeah, so everybody get your prediction points in. Got a prediction running. Always makes things a little more interesting.
Sure. All right, we're just waiting a little bit here.
Yeah, the room's
ready.
almost full, it looks like.
Ooh. Be very interesting to see how both teams start out in this match one of the finals. See if any nerves are coming out here. I do know that Bay are some pretty good veterans here, as well as 55. So I don't know if we're gonna have any too shaky gameplay or anything like that, but definitely interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean it's D7, so you never know. You can see some random stuff happen, and it's also finals, so sometimes there's a little bit of nerves, but should be good.
I do think though, just for I guess D7 standard, a big sleeper is definitely going to be Emmerich, considering he did peak RT Ruby kind of a few seasons ago in Lounge, and obviously he's less active, but like still a very big accomplishment. We could completely see that, especially that he MVP the div.
And one thing that I do want to mention too is Bay did go 10-0, which is definitely nothing to sneeze about. That's something that's extremely impressive here. So I definitely think that 55 has the work cut out for them, but I definitely think it's gonna be a little bit closer than people think.
Yeah, I think it's definitely fair for them to be the favorite for that reason, but it's also something that maybe they haven't dealt with a ton of adversity this season, so if they kind of get hit in the face match one, they'll have to be able to figure out how to adapt to that.
All right, looks like we have a full room here. But we're just waiting for both teams to confirm to see whether they're ready or not, and we'll be on our way.
All right, and we're off.
I'm assuming we'll most likely see a DDR MT out of Bay here, and then a Sherby from 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be the
Yep.
standard odds and evens here,
POVs
most likely.
from Hani and Kloshi this match, so one from each side, which is nice.
Is quite nice as well because those were two people that were going against each other in the MVP race. So we'll definitely see a lot of frontal gameplay out of these two.
Yeah, that's the hope.
All right, looks like there's a little bit of split
Standard
here.
picks coming out for the most part. Yeah, I guess a little indecision between Maple and DDR, but both are good.
Do you think you have either one that you prefer?
I mean, I don't know for them. I mean, I like Maple, but so
I think for Closhin one he does prefer Maple, but yeah, obviously some people. I think like Breaker for example would prefer DDR, which is kind of the same on Bay one. Like there's just some players that would just prefer Maple just because they're better at it. But yeah, we are going to be seeing Maple, which is Closhi's more preferred track here, so we could potentially just see him hopefully holding down one by the time he hits the cannon.
Yeah, frontal presence here is going to be an extremely important thing, especially on Maple Treeway.
A bit shaky turn, but he's still holding down one with actually Emery right behind. So top two so far for Bay. And Emery taking a faster jack here, actually, so he's going to get into one, but still top two for Bay.
Looks like Hanny was really up a little bit. He's back down in 5th, so we got a big leader here for Bay.
And actually, Closhi opting to Schlag, which is the play, considering Bay is actually already top 3 right now. So an amazing start. And pulling the
and
blue
blue.
early. That is
Yeah.
going to be very huge.
I'll be hanging on to that for a while.
Spots here.
I think the shock here is definitely going to be very important because they're going to get a lot of people in the bottom spots if 55 is able to get the shock here. However, if Bay does, they're just going to run away with this one.
Yeah. Green's coming out, actually almost connecting. Good attempt from Breaker there. These greens, and he will try to do something to maybe kind of penetrate into that 3rd place, but
Yeah. Got to be careful not to team kill when
ooh, the
they're
wiggle.
already behind.
Oh, it was
Oh
Green
my
sniped
god.
himself. That was close. But yeah, Closhi is just going to be holding this blue for the whole race, which is perfectly fine with him since
Yeah.
Bay is still top 3. But this Pow, again, could switch up something. Oh, good
That's
back row.
Really unfortunate. Yeah, hitting that red. Because this POW can be useful, but having to hold on to it for a while is not going to be good, especially in a bottom spot.
Does seem, yeah, both baggers are still kind of sitting on like the right after cannon section, so it could be potentially shockless, considering that
Yeah.
shock also is just not coming out right now.
And Bay would love to keep this shockless.
Yeah.
Looks like it is so far.
Yeah, both baggers are just sitting, so this is exactly what Bay needs right now. Scary triple reds, but this is just perfectly fine for Closhi.
Yeah, especially since he was able to keep the blue in the cannon.
Yeah, unless we see some type of T-Pow, which is very difficult, considering it's the end of Maple. We're just probably going to be seeing a top
like
3.
Top 3, 8, most likely.
The Breaker actually in 4.
Oh.
I think one of them sneaked into 3rd, actually. So I think
Yeah.
top 2, 4, 8, I believe.
Still
For
a very
the
strong start for Bay.
Yeah, considering one of the players on Bay just basically played itemless that entire race, that's perfectly fine for them.
Yeah, and that sets them up like really well if they want to try to go TF or something like that. It's good spots.
Yeah, for sure. See what the final rankings are here. Looks like it's a top 2, 4, 8.
Top 2,
So these
4,
are
8.
perfect for TF.
Yeah, so not quite sure what happened to Breaker, if he got hit by something or if Yoki was just able to shroom up, but either way, still very strong. We'll see if they can snowball. 55 will have to kind of try to break into those top spots.
Definitely think that getting in the top 2 earlier there was super crucial for that race. They kind of just ran away with that one, especially pulling the blue lap 1.
Yeah, I mean, they were in top 2 and then, you know, Closhi ended up slagging, but the rest of them were also up there, so he was able to do that.
Looks like we're seeing an early garden here from 55.
Yeah, definitely what they need to just not.
Understandable play.
Yeah, definitely what they need just so this doesn't already possibly snowball out of control extremely early. Which they're hoping for this Gardens pick, because it would be very fortunate for Bay, which they do actually get the TF picks. So as long as they do play this beginning properly, get the right drafts, and potentially play for Bill, as they are in 8th, this could be a great start for Bay.
Yeah, definitely.
This is definitely another race where the start is very, very crucial to the beginning of the race.
Yeah, looks like both our POVs are kind of going for Bill here.
Oh, it looks like
just
Hanny
pull
got
it
a
in
box.
9.
10.
Yeah.
Nobody pulls 9.
It's gonna be
Yeah, it's very fortunate for them.
Will definitely be the advantage for 55, but do see a lot of them actually in the mid pack, which does mean Bay is still keeping on to top 3 currently right now. So yeah, Merrick will need to pray to keep this shockless and just not let Lambo pull the shock, obviously, as Henny does have Bill in 5 currently.
It looks like Closhi is opting to stop and schlag instead of going for Hanny up in here.
Yeah, I mean, with his team in good spots, he can do that and not really lose anything. Get a star drop coming out, I guess, for Oshi.
It looks like Bay is still top 3 in here. Henny's
Yeah,
still hanging out to the pack with Bill and 5.
Yeah, Lynx and
Yeah,
Yoki do need to start chaining for blue, as they could just run away with top 3 here.
yeah, because if this stays shockless, which is definitely possible, like 55 doesn't have a lot of other ways to get up there without a blue.
Both baggers are still sitting, so it does a sign that it is potentially still shockless, and the TS obviously not coming out. And the random green,
Ooh, and the
quite
MK8
unfortunate.
green, yeah.
Closhi
Closhi
goes
also
into
in a
star.
star. Yeah. This could potentially get Hanny into like third or something, but this build out could be quite
Yep.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
Putting him
it's
in the
kind of a
wide.
rough drop.
Yeah. But yeah, still top 3 currently.
3 for Bay. There
Oh, there's a
finally is a
blue.
blue. See if
Oh,
that can.
Oh,
Oh
oh
my
my
god, he flips
god.
it.
He barely makes that.
And he gets
And
the
he does get
low.
a good low. I think that's
Maybe
second.
second,
Yeah.
but maybe 1-3-4 for Bay still. Closhi ended up getting fourth. So I think Hani was the only one really up there at the end.
I
That
really was
really
hoping
been-
to see him with a bomb play. He had that bomb in
Yeah.
second, so if he was able to trick off the ramp and get the stick out to put it to the left side, it could have been some damage for Bay here.
Yeah, I guess the only thing about that is like it might be so tight that they might just lag through it, but might have been worth a shot. Yep, 1-3-4 for Bay. 1-3-4-6. So
Yeah,
That
that would
is
have been
that's
completely
pretty nice.
devastating if Hanny actually failed the cut there. I think it would have been
yeah,
like top
making it by
3-5,
the
I
slimmest
think.
of margins.
Yeah.
Let's get Bay's off here to a pretty early lead, up 30 after 2 races. This is kind of attesting to what you guys were saying earlier about if the shot counts stay similar or better for Bay, that they're just going to run away with this one.
Yeah, I mean, if Bay just continues to have this frontal presence, like they can just play for shockless races and keep kind of adding small or even some big winning races together.
Yeah, that's all they need. If they keep just building up kind of these like mid-teen races, and then if they reach like race 5 or 6, they can just stop being greedy and they just play for even races, kind of until the end of the war.
Right? Yeah. See RBC coming out here for the 1-4 draft.
We'll see what Hanny does in second, just because he is squished by 3 Bay players all around. He's aiming a bit left. Could see a draft from 5th. His 55 is starting in 5,
Yeah.
but no
Looks like
drafts
that's what
actually.
they're going for, but
Ryan
Bay
Closhy's
drafts
the
up.
only drafter. Yeah.
Room 3 can be good if he's able to not get hit out here. And he's
It's a
able to
good
draft up
draft.
pretty solid.
If he's able
He
to
could
keep
definitely
this
get into
position.
1 if he plays his cards right. Ooh.
Ooh, unfortunate wall hit.
Yeah.
Forcing to burn the shroom, which... Oh, and the
Ooh, and he's
green from
green from
Closhy.
Closhi.
Yeah, great green. And yeah, and he's
Okay.
just going to be gone 8, so switching over
Interesting
to
play.
Closhy. Top 2-4, Nana up, does not connect, unfortunate, and Breaker's actually shooting behind. So 55, actually in bottom
Top
4
4?
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pow coming
And that
out from 55.
not really a T-Pow at all.
Yeah, base still holding down, even from that pow. Yeah, top 36 still. And one of the baggers is a good chunk in 10. We will see soon which bagger it is. Could be actually very important. It is Merrick actually in 10, so this could be very good for
Yeah.
Bay, considering Closhi has this star as well in 6.
Just another race that feels like bad news for 55 as soon as they got bumped out there and won.
And yeah,
this
looking at
is-
the mini map, yeah, the Funkies are not respawning, which means a good chance that Merrick does have the shock, and Closhi also holding on to the stars, so it should be a pretty guaranteed chance that Bay does have shock here.
Yeah, both our POVs have stars, so Hani probably knowing that Bay has shock is just watching the other Bay players.
Does look like Bay
Okay.
does have some spots in the bottom here though. I wonder what
Yeah.
the front pack up in top 3 is looking like.
But with shock, I mean, that can be fine for them. Dodging up,
think-
possibly.
So I think Bay are still top 2 currently. Yeah. Up 3-5 actually. Breaker is
Yeah, and the
unfortunately hit out.
pack is starting to split in the front as well, so blue might not actually have much of an
Oh,
effect
star comes
as we see the
out.
shot come out.
Oh, the blooper
And
chain.
actually picking up Hanny's star as well, so he's gonna get like an extended star here. But it is gonna be top 3 now. For
Yeah, and
Bay
this
with
is
a
a
good
pretty
break.
big top 3 break.
Yeah. We will need to see blues coming out from 55. Unfortunately, not a blue. It is a mega. Does seem like Lynx had shrooms or something, but unless they pull blue last set, it's just gonna be another top 3 for Bay.
I believe as of right now, it's looking like a top 3-8.
Oh, but a T-Pow actually coming out does not affect.
Looks
Yeah.
like they survived it, yeah, but still another great race for Bay.
Very well played from Henny there for the T-Pow.
It was basically just like Hani getting bumped into the wall and then greened, and then Merrick pulling the shock, and it was kind of wraps for that race from there.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
a
mean,
good
this
play
usually.
by. Sorry.
I'm sorry about that. Looks like Bay's using their kind of standard formula here. They did go 10-0 in the regular season, and this must be what they had coming out of them every single event that they played.
Yeah, it was good to see like a more unpredictable shock there. I think Hanny was definitely just predicting the grass set. So it was really huge how close she picked up his star, so just left him kind of stranded there.
Yeah, I think sometimes that's the play when you've had shock for a while and you know the other team knows you have it, you know, so you gotta be a little bit more niche with it.
Looks like Bay's opting for Rainbow Road in top 3 here.
Yeah, if they get this pick, that's gonna be a tough nut to crack for 55. It's just kind of a nightmare to start off with.
Yeah, this is definitely the play, just better than BCWE, considering that 55 also has 2 daisies. So they could definitely use tracks like Gold Mine and Rainbow Road to their full potential here. But
Okay, we
fortunately
are
for
seeing a
55, it is
gardens.
Gardens.
Yeah.
Very interested to see how hard these teams are going to be bagging for that box 8.
Yeah, definitely.
Kenny opting to drive, 55 getting boxes in 2-3. No high spot takers actually. With 55 is the only shroom taker here. So it is currently
Yeah.
135, I believe, and this
And
golden
that is
5
a
is
great
huge.
golden pull. Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. That's
unfortunate greens.
tough.
This is definitely an interesting POW 4 with 2 of his teammates being ahead of him here on Gardens. Looks like he opts to chain it.
And
Yeah,
pulls a
good.
shroom. That's quite
And
nice.
actually, Leote dying, so Pow actually working out. And yeah, this Shroom 3 should just get Bay into top 2 unless Lynx does pull a Shroom in second coming up onto this set. But Hanny does have that golden still that we
Yeah.
saw earlier, so
Good for him to hold on to that after he got greened out.
Oh, it looks
Still
like he
very
whipped off a
valuable.
member of Bay as well.
oh, but closely muscling out Hanny there. So still first for Bay right now.
Yep.
And 2, 3, 4, 55. So still very even spots here. So Shaw could definitely, or is definitely going to be playing a big role in this race here. There's no players kind of completely
Yeah.
broken away here.
I haven't been keeping tabs on the bagging battle. It looks like it's still rather close, both going backwards.
I think Merrick was in 10 slightly, and Blue is
And
actually
blue
coming
comes out
out.
for Bay.
Never mind, no. Lambo's actually
He
in
jumps
10.
off.
Emery's redded.
Ani's into
So it is,
1.
yeah. Shroom takers here is going to be super important. There is a Shroom
Yeah, we have
taker.
1, and it is a member of Bay.
There's going to be some muscling. Muscled out. Fib up. Does not connect. So now Bay is actually in 1. One of the baggers is running for it. It is Lambo. So it could mean
Yeah.
55 does have shock.
Bay 134, 55 really could use a late shock here.
Oh, but another
Oh, and
blue that
another
actually
blue comes
splits.
out. Hani's trims into 1.
Oh, but Breaker actually shrooming
Breaker
in. It's going to
shrooming
be a
up.
photo finish here.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Oh,
he
he gets
wheelie
the
bumps
draft
him.
and wheelie bumps him.
Oh,
And a shock from
Okay,
55.
55 shock. They're
yeah.
gonna get 1, it looks like. Top
Oh,
2.
oh,
Oh no,
that's
Henny.
oh. That
Bottom
really
2
bump.
POVs.
Yeah. I think it
It's
was
quite.
like
I think that's still a top 2 for
135.
55, possibly. Or yeah, 1-3.
I
Sorry.
think, yeah.
Yeah, Breaker was still getting 2, I think.
I'm
Those
not entirely
really
sure where
bump.
that number came out.
Those wheelie bumps just kept killing him there, first by Emre and then Breaker on the last turn.
Yeah, it seems like some of these players are just having a little bit of difficulty with some of the lag correction, and they're getting bumped a lot. I can definitely relate to.
It looks like it's odds and evens here.
Yeah, I mean that's something for 55. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta kind of stop the bleeding, and that can definitely give them, better odds at having a good race following this.
That is definitely true. Looks like it's a 40-point lead for Bay here going into race 5.
I think 55 was probably very aware going into this match what they were up against. So just trying not to get rattled too much from those first 3 races. They had a few bad beginnings, and just not letting that affect them when there's so much time left, I think will be really key. And they kind of showed that with that race.
Yeah, for sure. The pressure is most definitely on, though, with a 40-point lead coming out of Bay. There are still 8 races left. However, you do need to make sure that you stem the bleeding here with Gardens. To make sure that you keep that frontal presence up.
Yeah, and we get the Sherby pick for Bay right on cue.
Yeah, the item here definitely to play is going to be a golden here. We'll see if one of our PoEs does pull or just a player in general. Henny opting to sit for only a box 6. Unfortunately,
And he
TC and a
pulls a
back
TC
bomb.
and it hits 2 of 55. That is just
Yeah.
a terrible, terrible start for them. He's got nobody to pass it to, and he has to pray for a Mega, which he doesn't get.
Oh, and 55 gets the TC.
Yeah, it's going to be gone bottom 2 for 55. We did see Supra shrimming up, and we do see a lot of Bay in the front. Not sure who's in 1, but at least 2, 4, 5 for Bay.
Ooh, and Closhi doing some good slag work.
55's
Bay
in
air
yeah,
is
they're
here.
top 2, 4, or 5 right now. So Closhi actually doing this is really good, just letting 3 of the considering 3 of the 4 top players is Bay, but Henny actually shrimming up, so oh, but he's
Ooh,
bumped
and these
off.
bumps, man.
Yeah.
We also can't forget this is RSL, so the shock is going to be coming in very large here.
Another
So Closhy was
bomb.
Yeah.
forced into his mega.
Another mega.
Good to avoid
But
that and can get a lot of use out of this on the ice, but it's not going to be enough to get into the top spots.
It's
Looks
looking like
like they
55
4
here.
5.
yeah, still top 2 for Bay, but not sure on the shock
Ooh,
situation
and
though.
that's huge time loss. And read it out
Oh, the
for it as
combo.
well.
I was going to say the pack was relatively close, but it looks like that bump in the red break ended up splitting the pack up.
With Closhi sitting, could sign that Mare could potentially have shock, but not can't be 100%. Sorry, considering Lambo was the first bagger going back, but uh, never mind. Lambo just respawned actually, so Bay could potentially have shock, or it is shockless right now. But shockless is definitely going to be the play right now for Bay, as they are still top 2. Good red crack from Closhi. Super
Yeah,
actually
and I
TC, but it should be fine.
haven't seen any
Oh,
No
blues
box.
misdrift.
coming out. Okay, alt line, nice.
That no box from Henny is definitely
And
going to
another bomb. Oh my god.
And
Shock,
there's a late
shock coming
shock into
in.
set. The POW.
Yeah.
He has to sit
He's
for the
on.
item.
Oh,
And a
golden's
huge
huge.
golden pull, yeah. Oh, but
Oh
Oh,
he
Closhi
no!
can't
gets the
avoid
ground
the
reds.
minefield.
Oh.
And he's
Looks like
gonna
he
get
loses 1
7.
point from it.
Yeah, only loses a spot, but should be top 257, I believe, still. For Bay, assuming they kept top 2. But we are
Not
seeing
sure if that was a
daisies and
Bay shock into set for Closhi or if that was a 55 shock, but I don't think it had a huge impact because it was just a bit of shuffling in bottom spots. The top 4 was already kind of decided at that point.
Yeah, it looks like a top 2-5 out of Bay here. It's going to be
Yeah, plus
not
13.
yeah. One thing that we were talking about before was stemming the bleeding for 55, and this is not a great start for them.
Yeah, it's been far too peaceful for Bay in these top spots so far. And I mean, you can attribute some of that to just, not pulling blues or not getting shock, but um, one way or another, you have to find a way to get these guys out of just, breezing through 1 and 2.
It seems like Bay always has at least one member of their team up in top 2. I don't know if there has been a moment in this match that they haven't actually.
Yeah, at least not for very long.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. Like 55 just hasn't been like top 2, I think, for like longer than 5 seconds. For any track here, it's just been just always front spots, and then they'll always have like 2 mid spots, which, as we perfectly saw, that pack split was exactly what they needed to just keep top 2 that race.
Yeah, and they've been getting a little bit unlucky with Bay getting some of their track picks in really favorable spots like this. But obviously, like, that's gonna happen every war, so.
We're gonna see a Sherman 4 and Henny actually pulling a mega behind, but Link's actually getting into 1 early, but unfortunately hitting the wall, so now it is again top 2
Yeah,
for Bay.
tale as old as time.
But Henny actually streaming up into second, contesting Supra, but Henny is itemless, so this could be a bit bad as he is squeezed right now by 2 Bay
Yeah,
members.
smart for him to go to the right here and just kind of try to stay out of the way. Oh, and he's able to red him out. Wow, that's huge.
He does have a
Is he
small
gonna
break
hold
in
it
one
down
here.
on 1?
We do see a early blue coming out from
Blue.
Bay, which is gonna be very huge.
But maybe Leo
But
Tai can keep 1.
yeah, he's actually still 1, so. But 1-3 actually for 55. Closely trying to hit Leoty out, not connecting. Green actually being thrown up as well, and also not connecting. The cars, is someone gonna hit the yellow car? No, never mind. That was way too late.
And we'll see which bagger is in 10 here as we come up on the finish line. Looks
It is
like
Merrick.
Merrick.
Yeah. Top 2 now for 55. And a
And there's the
shocker comes
shock.
Shock does
out.
come
It
out.
is most likely a base shock here as they
Yeah.
start out. Yeah, it is
Yeah, dodging
Emre.
up in a star.
So there were two
Yokai in a
dots.
star.
Oh my god.
Whoa. What a car hit.
Bouncing off the car.
What a car
You don't
hit.
see that a lot.
Golden is good for the spot, but there's just so many boost panels that this just
Oh,
might
and
not
Closhy's
be the
able to red
item.
second out to get into top 2.
Yeah. Could maybe get into second here as the boost panels start to end here, but
A crucial golden coming out from Hanny here to see if he can
Yeah,
get
I think
second.
he's gonna get into 2. Yep.
it will
like
be
he-
second,
Yep.
yeah.
Still a 1-3
But
for Bay though, and honestly, like, even the slightest winning race is perfectly fine for them.
Especially with this large lead that's surmounted after we are halfway through this first match.
Yeah,
yeah.
even becomes winning at this point for them. I think 55 did a bit better job that race of, just trying to break into the frontal presence there, but it was a very useful shock for Bay. It felt like a couple dodging up in stars and a shock red out on first, so they're able to get a 1-3-5-6.
They also were able to get that blue off on lap 2, which definitely ruined the frontal presence for 55 as well.
Yeah, and that's just something that, we haven't seen from 55, whether it's where they're chaining boxes when, opponent is in first, or if it's just a luck diff, but they've gotten a couple of blues late, but nothing like early lap 2 that would really shake up the front.
Oh, it looks like 55 is opting to pick BC3 here. It's going to be very interesting having 2 daisies on the team there. I know that as a D7 and not D9, the Ultra is a little bit less crucial for daisies because of the apparent skill difference, but it will definitely be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I'm sure they're pretty consistent on it, and that's something where it gives them a chance to get into top spots without having a shock or a blue. And we see DK Summit anyway, so there goes that.
From what I've seen in scrims, this is one of the Bay 2's stronger tracks actually, with a lot of players having pretty fast times in TT. So we will see if this does come in handy for Bay here, concerning Emre. Is still holding down one here. Unfortunate non-stick before the zipper, so Emre's going to get a good break into one. Leote being the first shroom cutter. Green almost connecting. Another green. So good avoidance from Henny. Now the double. We'll see who fails, who makes. Oh, but
Ooh, and Honey.
he gets like an unlucky bounce, so before
Yeah,
the second part.
just no drift.
He's still in fourth, which doesn't mean that a lot of people, I think, just failed
Yeah,
it
it
as
looks like
well.
Closhi failed it as well. So those
Looks
top
like
spots are going to be running away a little bit, those who made it.
I think Bay are not sure, but top two,
I
I
think they're
believe,
at least
for
first.
the yeah,
Yeah.
Emery should be holding down one at least. Not sure where Breaker is. I know Supra is in the back, and another bomb actually coming onto two 55 members. We will see. Oh, but he's lag bumped off from Leote taking singles. So, and
And
Henny's
Hani
off on
fails
double.
again,
Oh
hitting the
my
fence.
god, everyone's just dying like flies.
And it looks like one of the baggers just respawned. Or maybe they both made it. Yeah, I think Marek is in 10, but they won't be able to get shock for a little bit here.
There are two funkies that are just extremely gone. Considering I haven't seen Emre and Breaker this entire race, I'm just gonna assume it's them two, honestly.
Yeah, and Super getting
Um,
TC'd, so there's two of Bay in the back, but I still think two of them are
yeah,
all the way up there, so that would still be fine for them.
but Closhi could clutch something up here, maybe a top 2-5 or something.
Third time's the
Sh
charm for Hani. Or
Shock
for
looks like
actually
no, that's
another.
coming
Closhi.
out. This box would be huge, and unfortunately, it's a single red only, so probably just gonna be a top 2-6 here. Actually, it actually connects. Never mind. Top two
Oh
five
my god.
7.
I can't
Despite the
believe
Shy
he
Guy hit,
passes him with the Shy Guy hit, yeah.
Yeah, that.
That's kind of crazy.
I believe that was another Bay shock as well, as they were holding it for their top two the whole race, and then ended up getting Closhi right after the double.
Yeah, Merrick was in 10.
I feel like Baycon was just handed top two there, considering how many people failed. Like the fact that Henny was in fourth still after failing double just shows that, Emre
Yeah,
and Breaker
that
both
was
made it, but everyone failed it literally.
not a great showcase for D7 there.
A very strong showing from Emre here, as he's on 94, which is 34 points above second place here. He is really showing why he was at the top of the leaderboard here for the season.
Yeah, definitely.
Be definitely interesting to
Now,
see if both teams recover after that DKS race. There did seem to be a couple of people falling off multiple times.
yeah, and now we're looking at a 75-point gap with 5 races left. So, if 55 can't put a couple winning races together in the next few races here, we could see possibly an early forfeit, but don't want to get ahead of myself here. They still have a little bit of time. They just need to be a little more urgent now.
Looks like we're having Delfino come out here.
Yeah, and this is kind of what they've been waiting for. Finally get another reset here.
I think this first cut is going to be very crucial to be getting into the top spots here. We know that 55 has been having some trouble with that, so if they are able to pull some shrooms or even a star to get up into top spots with some good items, then we could see a turnaround here.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to keep an eye on this shock status as well.
So yeah, we do see one of Bay and
And
155
Yoki just
sitting.
kind of having a little
This
bagging
golden
battle.
7 is exactly what he needs. To hopefully get to at least a mid spot here.
Yeah, he can just like take double and chain this.
Like Hanny got TC'd as well.
Yeah, bottom
Yeah, so
2 actually,
55 bottom 2.
455. Yeah, and 2 of Bay taking cut with Supra and Closhi. Says actually top 2-4 right now. We
And a
could see
back
a
bomb
potential
is
bomb snipe
actually a
here.
very useful. item, or it could
Oh,
be
he's
back around
hitting.
the fountain, possibly. Well, not anymore. His
We
teammate
could potentially see a bomb snipe coming over the wall to the right here, but he actually does not. He just he throws the bomb off the top thing there, niche, but
Looks
does
like
not
Emery did get
connect.
blued as well.
Even after the blue, top 3 for Bay.
Oh my goodness.
These
Holy niche
fibs.
fibs. All these niche items just flying around. But we are going to see some
A
schlagging.
little bit of
Another bomb
schlagging.
comes out. Just opting to
Full
stay, which
stop.
is perfectly fine.
Oh. I was gonna say
It's a
the
little
full
bit rough.
stop is not a bad idea, but he didn't handle that super well.
Just get
Merrick
a bunch.
isn't. Merrick is
Oh, and
10,
we're
but
gonna
just
see a
not
blue
sure.
hold from Closhi. Or not, maybe.
I think Merrick does have,
guess
since Lambo is running in front of the runners, which could mean he either has Shocker or a Star to drop for the toss spot. So we will see if Shock does come out second set here for whatever team, but hard to say.
And Closhi
If it is
pulls that
Shockless,
crucial hold
though.
here. If he's
Yeah,
able
if
to
it is
survive two
Shockless, this
blades,
is really good.
Yeah, and Super was just holding on to those greens. Not quite sure what he might have had.
Oh, Hanny actually with a TC
He's gonna
here.
have to
Closhi
avoid
cannot
this
get past
TC.
this.
Oh,
Oh,
and
but
Trip Shrimps
wow,
is an
that is
amazing
laggy.
pull. Should
And
be
55 actually in one. Leota getting first.
got a 1-4 from
1-4, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst. It's definitely better than some of the races they've had, but that probably will not make a huge dent in the lead at this point. But we'll
Yeah,
see
1-4 typically is not
what the
more than
rest of the
10.
bottom spots shook out to be.
Does look like a Daisy did come in the back, so we could see some bottom spots here from 55, which could mitigate any potential gains they had.
1,
Looks
4,
like, yeah,
6, 7. So basically even.
it just looks like that 55 is just not going to be able to come back here. See if they can pull out any miracles in the last 3 races here, but it looks like this is all Bay here.
Yeah, we got 1 GP to go.
And I see that Bay is top 4 overall here, which is quite unfortunate for 55.
Yeah. If you're playing in finals, you never want to get a full fridge on the table.
That is very true. Smart choice here from 55 picking Dry Day Ruins. I do like that pick right
Yeah.
now.
They definitely are. If they get DDR, they're just gonna have to have Leo Tai like take sand hop and break away a little bit. Just try to hold down that top spot.
It looks like we are playing Dry Day Ruins.
We're down to only Closhi POV for now, so we'll see if we can get Hani's back up. But for the time being, we just have Closhi. Okay.
Both players making
Leo
sand,
Tai
but
with a better sand hop, so he's gonna extend his lead a little bit, and Super shrimming up with a
but he's
TC though.
trailed by Leodes, so still gonna hold down to 1. Nanas are gonna be thrown up.
Good
Not
avoidance.
connecting. Actually, opting to shrim there, probably just because the Nanas messed up his alignment a bit there, but
Yeah,
should
not
be
a
still
bad play.
should be 2-3 still, I do believe, from Bay, but
And
it's okay.
another
Just
shrimp
never
too.
mind.
See if you can avoid this red or not.
Oh my god.
Looks like he won't.
Oh,
And an
Early
early
shock
shock
from Bay.
coming out,
Yeah.
dodging Bay and Mega and getting them into set.
So it does sign that Merrick is most likely still in 10 right now.
Yeah.
And his bomb 4 could be very good.
We're
With
most likely to
concern
see
of
a back
Daisy,
bomb.
yeah. Koshi might have to slow down a bit, yeah, which he is doing. But Super is also behind, so
Yeah.
this could be a
It's
risky
very
bomb.
narrow right there. It's a good
I think
bomb
Super
spot.
used a Mega, I think. Actually, no, never mind, it was Lynx. But this is fine. Like, Closhi definitely gave the pack split again, just by slowing down and trying to back the bomb.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Closhi does not need to get a good spot. As long as he can just be a pest for the rest of the bottom spots.
Especially with the match the way it's been going. All
Yeah.
that they need is just to get top 2 every race in there and just sailing off into the sunset.
This POW could
And
be
a
very
POW 6
huge.
here is also good. You could just get a couple of them on wall glitch in front of him or something.
Does seem
Or
that Bay
just,
is
or just
actually
hold.
bottom 2 though. 55 in second with that Daisy on the mini map. 2, 4, 5, 6 actually.
And
And a
Shock comes
55
out.
shock.
Yeah.
Yoki dodging in 5th, I believe, so.
Fortunately, we don't have any eyes on the front, but it's going to be a bottom 2 for Bay. So 55 off that shot can get like a top spot or maybe 2 top spots. Like, could be a decent race for them.
Especially with bottom 2 coming out for Bay here.
It'll be really huge for Bay if they still keep 1 here just to negate some of the damage from that shock. But we will see hopefully soon.
They've even kept top 2 here, and it looks like it's going to be a 1-4 bottom 2 for Bay. So it looks like a small recovery here from 55, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough or not.
Yeah, I mean 3 races left and they're going to be down like, I don't know, 70 maybe. 71.
This is looking pretty rough for 55 here.
Yeah, I would say like ideally I think they need like a top 3 on this next race to give themselves like a decent chance.
Yeah, I mean, this is playing out right as you guys would say. Bay looks like I believe that they are either up on the shot count or at least even, and they've just been running away with this one.
Yeah, and their shocks, like the positions they're in, they're not desperate for it, so they can just kind of hold on to them and you know, get a lot of utility out of them.
It looks like we do get back Henry's POV, so we'll have that going into race 10 here.
As we see a gold mine pick, which is maybe a Bay pick. Doesn't seem like a great idea for daisies in top spots, but
I believe it is for that 1-4 draft.
Yeah.
True.
The zipper
Very
box
true.
comes out. It is triple shroom, so we could see early shroomage going on here. 1 of 55 bumped. These reds could be scary, but Closhi handling it well. 135 so far, with Breaker
I
actually
say,
redded out.
see what he does with the shrooms, but he just gets wheelie bumped twice.
And Lambo is in 10 right now, so this could be a good start. 455. Green back does not connect. Another green. And it is 2-3-4 so far. With Emre still holding down the fort in 1 right now.
Yeah, Hani with the shroom, see if he can do much, but looks like he won't be able to touch Emre and should still space from his teammate. Getting kind of a draft there.
Yeah.
He's able to squeeze ahead of Yoki.
It's an unfortunate red coming out for Closhi, as he did pull a mega.
Green back.
Good triple greens pull there.
Yeah.
He can be a bit more aggressive now, assuming Emre doesn't have a fib.
That is a good attempt for some
snipe
greens
attempt.
up.
Yeah, valiant effort there.
Good nana from Emre.
Ooh, yeah, Emre just giving himself some more space.
It looks like Yoki's head out here too.
Yeah, still 2-3 though. All they need literally is a blue as 55 is still
2-3-4.
Yeah. Don't think 2-3-4 will be enough considering they are
Ooh,
down
and there's a
low
TS
70s.
coming out from Bay, it looks like.
So that's successful as well.
Or
I believe that's 55's top 3 now.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
coming
are
out on
top. They
Bay.
are top 3. Yeah. But these reds could be huge. Oh, but he pulls triple greens. Does red a member? Not actually sure who it is. 1 is shrooming up. It is Supra. They're trying to hit links, but doesn't connect. So I think it's top 3-6. I think 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455. 455
Yeah, that was a well played shock.
That is a great race for 55, but I'm not sure if it's even going to be enough to get within striking range here.
Well, with 2 races left, it'll still mathematically give them a chance, which is, you know, at least all they could ask for in this current situation.
All right. What do you guys think we're going to see out of the final 2 races here?
I'm not sure. Curious as to what 55 would want to go for top 3, and like the fact that they do have daisies, we could maybe see a BCWii pick.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that could expect a BCW here and maybe see if we can get some of that daisy cheese on the glitch to see if they can get into the top 2 early.
Yeah, because they're still down 50. And it looks like a pen submission coming in from DDR. Oh, yeah.
It seemed like there's a
50.
-20
Yeah.
onto 55, so this just made
That
everything just
basically
completely
negates that
harder.
entire gold mine race. Unfortunate. So now we have a 70-point deficit going into the final 2, which makes this almost impossible.
You're going to have 2 top 4s here.
Yeah. I mean, I
We
don't
do get
even know if
BCW, however.
2 top 4 9s would do it. I don't even think that would.
No, they need to all run starting this race, but if they don't all run, they'll just take the defeat. And yeah, both baggers are just bagging, so unless there's some pens against Bay onto this race, they'll probably just beat Curtains for match 1. But
Looks like Closhy's able to red out 2 people in first, so he gets into 1 early here. Let's see if he goes to block the glitch with the Nana.
Yeah. Or if he elects to do something crazy and try to take with Flame in 1 here.
glitch
Nope.
is open, so
Yeah,
do
maybe
see
he didn't feel comfortable with that POW or something. Not quite sure. To
actually
block, I
both
mean.
daisies failing glitch, so pretty unfortunate for 55. As that could have been their chance to get up here, but Closhi still holding down 1. But Lambo is in 10, so could potentially see an early 55 shock if he does pull, but he
Yeah,
doesn't.
Hani holding
So
on to a star in 8th, so we
I do
shall
believe that
see.
these last few races will be crucial for 55 to see how they will recover into match 2 here. If they're able to get some strong
Yeah,
races, there could be some momentum change as well.
and here's a blue out on Closhi. Gonna stop on the ramp.
does get Yoki off, I think, actually.
And Breaker takes over first, so top 2 for
Oh, never mind. No, Yoki's
Bay.
right there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
still
he's a red out.
1-3. And Daisy actually making glitch, so it is 1-3 now, 455, and the other one failing. So, but the blue 4 is pulled
Ooh.
immediately. So
That's, yeah, I mean, kind of how this has been going.
just going to be seeing Breaker. Most likely getting to 1 unless Leoty has shrooms, and he does actually dodge the blue. And his TC5 is gonna be unfortunate. Maybe he passes to the bagger, but does not. So neither
Oh,
bagger actually.
he could
So
have,
Closhy's
yeah.
gonna.
Just missed it, I guess.
Yeah, we do
Looks
see a
like
star in 5, from Hanny. Oh, but unfortunate
Oh,
fire
hitting the
hit.
fireball. Yeah, that's pretty detrimental, especially on lap 3.
no chain there does definitely hurt as well. Looks like he's
So he
getting that
will be
dodge out though with the
dodging,
golden.
but
Yeah, shock does come out. The Daisy is still 1 on the minimap. It is 134.
and no item.
455. Most
Just
likely just
getting
gonna
into
be keeping
3rd.
these spots.
Yeah, like I said, mitigating loss in these last few races is going to be really great for the 55 mental, especially rolling into match 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, I think even if they get some slight winning races here, I don't know how much that'll do for their mental. Just, you know, kind of never really having been in control for the match at any point.
That is true.
But I still think there's value in playing it out. 134 for 55, so that's like 2 solid races in a row. If they didn't have that pen from DDR, that would have been a bit more interesting.
And after 11 here, it looks like Emre is the only person breaking 100 right now, and 120 at that. So he is 55 just cannot contain him.
Yeah, and I mean that's definitely not too surprising to see. He's been very strong all season, so.
It's very true. It seems that even though Closhi was in the runnings for MVP, he's doing a fantastic job here schlagging for Bay.
Yeah, he's definitely doing the right though. Just like for the situational, or yeah, the situational situations that they're just being placed in, such as we saw like for RSL, for example. Just with that type of lead, just slagging is definitely the play and just not letting them just like farm dodges in the
Yeah,
back, which is just what Closhy's been doing this
especially
entire
on some of
match.
these tracks where it's really easy to schlag. In some areas where it's just, you know, really tight, not a lot of space, easy to hit people, you know, that kind of situational play.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing this veteran presence of Closhi coming out in these finals.
So we get CM for the last race, and this is nothing but a formality. And we'll get into match 2 after this, but we'll see how this plays out.
Looks like Hanny's holding on to first here with the red. It's gonna be
Yep.
difficult to pass from the situation unless the blue comes out.
Missing the second infi, but trialing someone because of that. Not sure if that was friendly fire or not.
I pray for the mental that it was not. Looks like we're seeing 55 in top 3 here. Especially with
Yeah,
Hanny having a break.
yeah, we do see both daisies in the front, but lots of Bay actually taking the cut with Close taking the golden strat, messing up a bit.
Yeah, not a great exit, but still into third, and the red just decided to dance around him.
That's a Mario Kart Wii physics for the win moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Seems that 55 is holding down top 2 still, however, and Breaker gets hits
Oh,
out.
and breakers hit out, so that's good for their top 2
Yeah.
to just get some more space.
If 55 manages to do anything like this in the start of match 2, we could see a different story here.
Yeah, definitely.
Green bouncing does not connect. Yeah, but we'll probably just see a 55 top 2 unless a blue or a shock comes out. Considering it's CM, I'm just gonna be assuming
Yeah, I
most likely
mean,
shockless.
this is a very solid break for first. A blue it will still have enough cushion probably.
I agree.
Oh, but he hits a fib.
Yeah, on our other POV, it is hitting a fib, so it is closer, but I think just most likely just gonna be a top 2 still. 455.
It's looking it's currently top 2, 5 or 6. Seeing the daisies on the minimap. Oh, it looks like one of the daisies is spinning from
Never
that power.
mind. Yeah, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6. So
looks like bad spots for 55 in the back. Inconsequential anyway, but a good run in top 2 for them. Can't imagine Bay was like taking that race super seriously, so can't really take too much away from it.
That is true. Any initial thoughts from the first match, guys, here?
Yeah, definitely. There was always potential for the match to go like this. Just considering like who Bay has and what they've done to this point in the season, but it doesn't always have to go this way. We did see like a few flashes from 55 at certain points where they did some good things. It was maybe just a little too late. Like the first half of the war was very dominant by Bay with front running and then you know, pulling some very useful shocks. So it's just gonna come down to if 55 can do a bit more of the things they did in the latter half of this one at the beginning of the next match.
we did see a small decrease in schlagging from Closhi in the second half of the match, which did result in some more even races. So it'll be very interesting to see if he's going to get back on that train to get their winning formula.
Yeah, I think for a player like him, it's just very situational because he also has the potential to, put up good scores. So he's not like gonna default to schlagging. It's just gonna kind of depend on um, how the race is going and where the rest of it.
Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It was very quick room joining. Love to see that. We're getting ready for match 2 to commence here. Hopefully, this will be even more exciting than match 1.
I'd love to see 55 come out here very strong and give Bay a run for their money.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if they were able to take away any sort of you know, lessons from that first match on like what they need to do differently.
For sure. It doesn't look like we have any subs or anything like that as well.
Yeah, I can't imagine we did.
I was interested to see if Judge would come in for a match too, if maybe he had work and was coming back or something like that, but unfortunately not.
Yeah, we were talking before the broadcast, like, they still have a lot of time left to play this match, and they still decided to play without him, so maybe they're just not going to be available the next few weeks or something like that. But see DDR coming out for race 1, so that's a 55 track pick. We'll see what they can do with it.
Oh, looks like some technical issues for Cloche here.
Yeah, there was some money signs on this on the other POV, but
Yeah,
uh,
we have a 1-3 starting out for 55, and they're actually able to get into top 2 with a trail on Bay, so we'll see if they can take some good lines and hold this into lap 2. Sniping out the pokey. Huge brain plays.
okay, top 3, I believe. As I did see Yoki, I think.
Yeah,
In
Cloche
third
is
right
holding
now.
on to a golden in 6, so we'll see where he is after Ultra. And an early blue coming out onto 55.
Actually, 2 of Bay taking cut with Breaker taking a
Yeah,
triple shroom and Cloche taking a
so this
golden,
is now going to
so
be Cloche getting into 1.
yeah. Fit back
Oh,
connects on both the 55 actually.
that
Oh, but he
Oh,
is...
drifts off the
What
track.
am I watching?
But after all of that, Emery does get into 1, but it's still 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 455. And these reds could be very good to schlag with if Henny actually decides to do it. Just decides to back all of them.
Yeah, I mean, shrooms are more important here, but, 4th is not the best place to pull them. He ends up with a POW. This could still be useful, if used correctly. And they're in like 2-4-5 at this point, so maybe they
Yeah,
can
we
get
could see.
mess up first on wall glitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say T-Pow comes out, but Emery actually dodges it mid-air. The funky does not spin, so good avoidance from Emery and still 2-3-5. So pretty mixed up spots so far.
Yeah, Cloche
Uh,
just kind of messing around in 8th, so he's kind of out of it.
does not seem like any late shot comes out.
Oh, that green was
Uh,
close, and someone
it
shroomed up at the end.
looks like it was Lynx that streamed up at the end there.
it was, yeah.
So I believe
So
that's
not
bottom
like
two
a
for
dominant
Bay.
race from either side. There was a lot of back and forth and a lot of mistakes, I would say, on both sides. Um, they took such a long break in between matches that they're just a little rusty, I guess.
I wonder if this first match is indicative of seeing any different results from the first one.
Yeah, so at 2-3-4 for 55, 2-3-4-6.
That is a winning
That's a very
race.
good start. Yeah.
This will be the first lead that 55 has taken in these finals.
Yeah, huge.
It could be a definite big momentum swing mentally and just in game that
That's
they're
true.
hopefully going to preserve for as long as possible here.
Yeah, and I am interested to see if they do pick Stadium here with 2 daisies, even though they are 2, 3, 4, which are the prime spots for that.
Yeah, or if they can actually get their track pick.
That is true.
What do the RNG gods have in store for them?
Like Bay is opting to go Koopa Cape here, having the bottom 2 spots to see if they can pull some Goldens.
Yeah, and you could maybe there's a chance to pull a green in first, and do Shroomba or something, so
That is true.
not bad.
DK Summit comes
American
out.
It is going to be KC, so hopefully Bay is just going to be holding down 1 here, but is squished by a lot of 55 into 3-4. So we will see how the beginning plays out. The item here definitely to play is going to be a golden to take.
Yeah.
Lots of
Yeah.
grass cuts here.
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of
here.
chance for positional shakeup at the beginning of these races on KC, just based on the nature of where the cuts are.
Looks
We do see a
Hanny-
golden. Yeah, we're going to see a perfect
so-
demonstration of the golden strat onto KC, and actually going to get all the way into 1, but could potentially get outlined, but
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
be
see if
very
Hani
close
can hold on
considering.
to it. A green in first is quite good, especially if they can get a star drop for him.
We'll see. No
Looks like
bagger
no
actually.
drop for first,
Yeah.
and his green does get broken, so nothing for Shrimba right now.
Nana back. Good avoidance from Emre. And Fib does not connect and is top 2 now of 455. Emre potentially going for the Shrimba as he went wide of the ramp. Yeah, he does.
Should still
And
be
actually get.
shockless, it looks like. I see both baggers spinning.
I believe that Emery could potentially have shrooms as well, as he took the line without the boxes in first.
Oh, that T-Power actually does kill him a
Yeah.
bit. Actually, top
So
2
Leo
now.
tie back into 1. See a bit of shuffling around with lag. People probably getting bumped out a bit.
Star. No star being picked up from any Bay player. So it's still top 2. 455.
And Nana
Nanas do
back on
connect.
third.
Oh, but Closhi does pull blue on our other POV, so it's definitely going to be very huge for Bay here. But this Shroom 1 is
Hani
very
was
clutch.
Shroom in 1.
We will see if he
If he
also
elects
just
to go
hold it.
around.
Yeah, or is he going to take cut?
No,
He's just going to take cut here.
I don't hate the play.
I would have
Lambo.
saved it for the shroom cutter at the end there, just because you have the security of having the shroom for the blue, and then also the shroom cut at the end is a little bit stronger than the turn skip.
Yeah, I mean, my only counterpoint to that would be if other people are taking those shroom cuts as well, then you're just not in first anymore.
We do see actually a lot of Bay in the back here, actually. Actually, zapped. They're
Zapper
bottom
hit.
4, actually.
Okay. Yeah, and that blue isn't going to matter.
I think that's
that's a
top
bridge.
4. Yeah, it's top 4
Yeah.
for 55 on a Bay track pick. Actually insane, even though Koshi pulled the blue at the end of lap 2. I don't know, he just kept dying there in the mid pack in the middle of lap 3 on the water stream. And
Yeah, Hani getting that trim into 1 was really really good, and just able to break away a little bit with that grass cut. So, and then there was just a bit of chaos behind them, or a bit of they possibly throwing a bit.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a tale of two cities here with these two matches, with 55 coming out to an extremely strong start here.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what they needed. Like, obviously scoreboard wise, but you know, as we say, mentally too. Just knowing you're the underdog, you know, and getting off on the right foot.
I do believe we'll see a BCB come out here with having the two daisies. It would be quite surprising if they picked Rainbow Road.
Yeah, I mean, stranger things have happened, but I can't imagine that that's what they'd want. Yeah, BCW makes much more sense.
And they are getting the track pick here. We are playing BCW. See if the two daisies can capitalize this time on the glitch.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't make great use of it last time. Like, eventually they might have made it once or twice, but it wasn't exactly game breaking. I'll be interested to see if they can get some of these Bay players hit out at the start here. Opting not to back in first because they were fourth. And Bay able to shroom up into 1, so already losing a bit of a grip on the frontal presence.
See if Closhy's able to block glitch here.
This
Yeah,
could
I
be
mean he's
very
got a fib,
huge.
so
Oh,
it's
he's very
perfect.
successful. That is a perfect block.
Oh, but
Oh, but he
he's
sniped out
green
of first.
sniped. Yeah. But we do see actually a lot of Bay actually still in the front. Leoty does make
Yeah.
glitch though.
Yeah,
So
there's a
shaving
lot
up
of
a
weight on
bit of
Hani's
spots.
shoulders right here.
And he
And
connecting on
he's
a back green as well.
he connected all 3 of those greens.
Still 2-3 for Bay here. Yeah, with Bay here. Emery's
And
still on his
Closhi
tail.
holding a star in 7 as well, so they're still in a decent position.
It's like Hanny was able to get
Hani's,
himself a decent lead here.
yeah, he's gonna have to just back his nuts off.
If Merrick does pull shock here, they could be very clutch here, considering Clocher is holding this star. But again, going on to glitch, we will see if it is blocked, or if the day does go for it, which they don't. So I think glitch is still actually blocked. Um,
Yeah, it must be a couple people fouling because now Closhi's in 5. As long as his team is in decent position, he can hold on to the star even if it's shockless.
Even with that, it's going to be good for 55 to be holding first here. It's going to be good for their lead.
Yeah.
yeah, still top 2-5. So Bay will be hoping to pull a shock or a blue here if they want to salvage anything this race. Lambo just used a star, so it is still shockless, but he is in 10, so could be very bad for Bay. But
I
stars
see
actually
Closhi going into a
changed.
star.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Merrick
I-
has it though.
Not really sure. I guess maybe they thought 55 had or something.
Both
Glitch is
baggers
blocked
are
as well.
running forward, so one of the baggers does have it. I'm just not sure what team it is, but it could be 55, and if they do have it, this could lead to a very good
It-
race here.
It's gonna be a 55 top 2 regardless. I think. Oh well, maybe a shock blue coming out. But they're
See if
crossing anyway.
see if Lynx and Yoki can pull out to not be top to be bottom 2 here. See if they can get more of a
Yeah.
lead on Bay.
Looks like not quite. Well, Emery's still back there, so it should be a very solid race for 55.
Even with the unfortunate power chain, I believe, as we did see, should be at least a top 2-6, maybe 5 as Yoki was shooing up on the line. But again, this is just kind of the opposite of the last match. Like, this is all 55 need. They don't need to be too greedy with
Yeah.
races as they've gotten such a good lead now.
I feel like the one constant we've seen throughout both of these matches is just like whoever is getting like top spots and chaining track picks is just keeping all their momentum, no matter whose side it is, really. Some of the play you see in like high div is the really skilled teams have just a really good ability to break up the opponent team from just snowballing races because the skill gap is maybe not as high. But in the lower div, sometimes you just see a lot of just back-to-back winning races from the same team.
We are seeing a DK Mountain coming out here for 55. They are able to capitalize on this. They could potentially run away with this thing right now.
Yeah, and two very diametrically opposed like results in match 1 and 2 with, if you get kind of a blowout each way, it would really set up for an unpredictable third match. We see Gardens coming out, so looks like Bay is getting what they want here.
Are seeing some technical difficulties from Closhy.
Looks like maybe a top 3 for 55. Closhy's trimming up though, so he's gonna break that up, and a TC out on 55. So Closhy's
so
actually into
actually-
1.
Nana's up, do not connect, but good attempt. And Lambo is in 10 right now, so it could be a good start for a possible shock being pulled from 55. Both our POVs in top 2. We could see if Closhy could hit a Nana onto Hanny here, possibly last turn. Nana's flying up, do
Good
not
evasion.
connect. Green
And
off
he
the
gets
wall.
him
Oh,
with
and
the
it actually
green.
hits him.
I
Amazing
think he
green
just like
from
swerved
Henny.
into that, and there's immediately a blue
And a combo
and a
red as
red
well.
combo.
But
Yeah.
Closhi is hit out, so.
Oh,
But
another combo.
Now
Closhi.
Closhy's just bullying him.
But now his spot's pretty mixed. We are seeing a lot of Bay though in the mid pack. Again, Shock is
Yeah,
just
our POV
again
is
gonna
kind
play
of
such a
bagging
huge
now.
role here. Breaker does have a TC though, which is very unfortunate.
55 in bottom 2. A lot's gonna come down to the shock status here. And rolling a single shroom in in 8th. So somebody maybe pulling Bill or shock. Or yeah, Bill.
We'll
Actually having a
potentially
mega
see.
four here.
Yeah,
It
just
could be.
chaining it. If Shock comes in, oh,
And
he's
he's
TS
TSing
in the
cut.
cut. Probably, yeah, it's a 55 Shock.
Oh, and
Dodging
he's past
Yoki.
TC. And
Doesn't pass.
he can't give it back to anyone.
He doesn't pass it to Breaker. At least that would have been completely race
Yeah.
ending for him there.
We see Hani in 4th, and it looks like couple of Bay up there in top 2 still.
I
Yeah,
believe
this
it's
still.
in top
And
2.
mid spot's occupied
Yeah.
by 55.
But Super's actually hit out and combo redded. So good play by Yoki, I believe.
We're gonna see 2,
Hitting
3,
him
4, 5
out
here.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
bottom
I mean, it
3.
looked like Bay was maybe gonna, get a small winning race back and be able to try to, retake some momentum, but just a hit out on Bay at the end, and that changes the whole complexion of the race.
It is quite interesting to see how we are seen 2 polar opposites here in matches 1 and 2. With it looks like 55 is already starting to run away with this one, and Bay running away with the first match.
Yeah, completely swing of momentum here. Literally the opposite, but just shows the nature of a game like Mario Kart where skill isn't just the only factor here. There's so many other factors that need to be taken in. But now we're just seeing a complete opposite of match 1 after the first GP with 55 now having their massive lead now, and Bay could still win. Again, they do have 8 races left, but if they do want to do something soon, it will have to be this next race coming up here.
Yeah, there has been an even spread from 55 at the top as well, with 3 of their players scoring over 40.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same story but opposite direction. For 55, like when you get into this spot where you have that good of a GP1, like you don't have to take risky plays to make big races and stuff. You can just kind of be conservative in some crucial situations.
Yeah, we do see DK Semikan out here. I hope to see a little bit more of a clean race in comparison to the previous one.
Yeah, let's all agree to make double.
Yeah, we will see if the double, I guess, takers is going to be hopefully a bit better in this match, but are seeing a bomb. Yeah,
Bomb
it's just
back.
gonna insta back that bomb. Yeah.
Oh, it's all
4
3
people
Bay
out of cannon.
members. Wow.
So it's
And
just
another
Emre up
bomb.
here, and another bomb backing again. Looks like that might not get anyone.
Emre will. Oh, but
Oh,
now a
another
third
bomb.
bomb.
Nani's-
There's just bombs everywhere.
I thought we had a ceasefire. Okay.
But Yoki failing double is actually now top 3 now, even with all the bomb shenanigans that we saw at the start of lap 1. Bay is just completely now all top spots here. Top 4 actually for
Wow.
Bay. So
And with Emmer with a massive
Yeah.
lead in 1 too. He's got at least a
Yeah,
blue
that-
lead off of 2 with his teammate.
Yeah, and if he's able to just do double cleanly, I'm sure.
Oh,
Like,
there's a blue coming out.
we'll potentially just force him to take single. But he's actually
that might have
off.
blued him off.
Yeah.
Oshi
His double's
making
looking.
double,
Yeah,
barely.
he makes it.
Okay, so they're able to keep 1.
It's like Hanny's gonna
Hey.
do 2 here.
Yeah. One of the
So we'll
baggers
see
is running forward with
if
one
there's any
just
more
sitting at the
blues that come
strat.
out. Wow.
Shock does not seem
Sibs out
to come
again.
out. Again, yeah, both are POV just in top 2, but this double lap 3 could change
And there's a shock.
this entire race here.
The red skipped Hanny as well. So it connects
Yeah.
on first.
Supra being the first dodger. The
See
top
if anyone
2.
goes small double. Oh.
Top 2 still
Bay
for
top 2.
Bay. Yeah.
Looks like it was a Bay shock, I'm assuming then.
Oh, it's gonna be close here at the end. We'll have to see the results to see if Hanny got 2 or 3 here.
Yeah, Hani got a better last turn, but I think he was still barely
Most
third,
likely
but we'll
third
see.
just because it's green line and it's DKS last turn, so it's just going to be pretty laggy.
Yeah, for
But
sure. But top 2 from Bay is good for them. We'll see what they got behind that as to whether this will be a small winning race or a bit bigger.
Regardless, it's a good way to stem the bleeding here. I do remember that Sparkster did say that this is one of Bay's better tracks. It looks like it's a top 2-4 for them.
Yeah, top 2, 4, 6. So that'll definitely kind of put them back in this. I mean, it's still a sizable lead for 55, but to respond like that with over half the war to go, that'll definitely get them pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, it looks like they're currently down 39 after 5 races.
yeah, definitely doable for them as we saw in match 1. As soon as they got that first winning race, they just kept kind of chaining after it. But they do need to get a bit lucky on the track pick, and we'll start if they do get the TF pick. As we saw in last match, worked out perfectly for them. They just ran top spots for the entire race. So if they can get a repeat of that, we could potentially see a comeback starting. But it is going to be, yeah, it is going to be TF. So
Yeah, keep an eye on these drafts here and see after the first turn how the positions are shaping up.
Yeah, we also got to make sure we check to see if anyone gets Bill as well. Looks like both of our POVs here are in top 2, so we're not going to see any battle for the Bill, but we'll have to see how the top spots shake out here.
do see a fib insta-redded from Hanny, but the fib actually connects onto Hanny, so both players. Oh, but Merrick accidentally stars Closhi twice, so Closhi will be in the back for most of this race. Hanny having 2 shrooms in 6. And Link's actually
It's like
using Bill early.
55 holding down first by a little bit for the time being. We got a POW in the back here, so we'll see what they elect to do with this. Obviously don't want a team kill, but we'll see if they can affect the Bay players race with this.
Does look like there's a
And
blue coming out for 55.
Yeah,
and
and
And a
unfortunate
TC pull for
TC.
Hani, so just a really bad sequence there.
Looks like they were to catch
Breaker's
Breaker.
actually caught him.
Oh,
Yeah.
lag pass to someone.
But he's
Pass to the
like,
right.
yeah, it's to Leote. So Bay now in 1-3 currently. And Cloche actually, even with that lap 1 start, when miscommunication with Merrick, he's still back in the race. And as I say that, is back green. So just gonna be back in 8 here. Not sure.
Yoki holding down 1. 55 1-4. Oh,
Ooh.
but he's
Back
back while
right.
trying to get the draft. Yeah, it's a risky play.
Still seems shockless as both baggers are still sitting, but this Mega 7 could be very huge if Merrick does pull shock. Pack is extremely close for TF lap 3. Anyone could get first here. One blue could definitely switch up this entire race here.
Yeah, both teams in dodges. Maybe just shockless here. Shock would definitely throw a wrench into this.
Oh no, that was going to be a huge golden for Closhi if he wasn't able to hit that ground red.
It is looking like a
So
5. It is an
5,
8
6,
for
7
Bay.
for 55.
Yeah.
So I guess decent for Bay then.
It is a small
Neither
winning
of our-
race.
Yeah, neither of our POVs work. all the way up there, but
Unless Bay gets 1, which I'm not entirely confident, but it could be a good 6-point swing. They do get first here, but I'm just gonna assume 2, 3, 4, 8 for Bay. Yeah.
Yeah, so once again, they're continuing to just like break down that large lead that 55 has. We'll see how these next couple of races end up shaking out and see if the match can get a little closer.
yeah. And I mean, even though that's only like a +3 for them or a +5, you know, it's still early enough and the deficit is not crazy enough that you'll take those small winning races. As long as you can just like kind of keep compiling those, put yourself in a good spot coming down to GP3.
It does seem to be a +5 here, so Bay is now down 34. We see an LC come out here in D7 finals and a GV2.
Niche LC, niche
What is this,
picks. What are these?
Chillywogs?
And the Mushroom Gorge. Wow.
Holy!
Someone
Oh, never
DC'd,
mind.
so
Nah,
they're resetting.
Okay.
that
Yeah.
makes more
that
sense.
explains it. That explains it. But yeah, reset called out from a 55, but we will see if it's just a reset due to a DC or if anyone will sub in. But so far, halfway through, Bay only down 34 considering the GP1 that they had to experience this match. So still winnable for either team. And again, yeah, Bay just need to just get this deficit out of the way, and then they will be D7 champions. So definitely
and
also a good time to just get a mental reset going if they need one. But from the looks of it, they don't really need one considering the last 2 races they had.
yeah, I mean they definitely have the firepower to close the gap. It'll kind of just depend on, you know, if they're able to keep doing the things that were, you know, getting them back into it, into those smaller winning races, getting them back into top spots.
That seems to be the formula that they've been following that has been working for them. I do wonder how much of an effect Lambo over their other bagger is having on this match.
Yeah, it seems like the bagging battle hasn't been like insanely one-sided. I think the first half of match 1 was definitely Merrick's favor, which contributed to Bay just being able to hang in those really good races together. I think since then it's evened out a bit. Lambo's been able to hold his own a little bit more, I would say. That's just kind of my perspective.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one there. Looks like we are a little slow in joining room after the disconnection. I wonder if there's any Wimfi issues currently going on.
Should not be Wimfi hours right now, but you know, I guess Wimfi can
members, so it is
So
top
they're top
3.
3.
Yeah, could be very huge if an early shock does not come out for Bay, as they will need to pull some early blue or shock to
Possibly back
potentially
bomb onto
catch out.
Yoki. Looks like it connected,
No, it
but
doesn't.
no. Oh, interesting.
It's like
Yeah,
Koshi pulls a golden here.
Breaker's
Golden is good
entire
if they can
job
unblock
here.
for him.
Yeah, that's just gonna be Breaker's entire job here.
Ooh, the
To
Mega
unblock the
trying to
cut
hit
here.
Closhi just fails. But the back red connecting.
He's holding on to
If
that
you
golden for the cut here.
Cut's
Ooh,
still
that bump.
open, but a weird
Oh.
bump, and he's gonna lose a
Yeah.
lot of time trying to line up for this.
Oh,
And failing it as well, so
yeah.
he's gonna be pretty out of it.
Top
Yoki
3
also
break still.
failing, but it's not as detrimental.
Bay's
Yeah,
really gonna need a blue here to get anything going.
Top three with a solid break. They just need to try to block again. They don't need to be overly aggressive. That POW is kind of rough though.
He has to go for a box and 2 to see if maybe he can cut back the cut. He gets a shroom.
Ooh.
See if he goes for cut here.
Nope, fib
Okay.
blocked and pretty solid
No,
block as well.
yeah, that's fine. Opting just to block. Do you see cut takers actually? Emery actually making cut and actually gets into 1.
Wow.
But it is 2, 3, 4 though still for 55. But this could be such a clutch for
And he's shocked
Bay.
into his red.
Oh, missing the
And bumped
SSMT.
by Lynx. POW and 4 isn't gonna do much. Let's see if he can hold on to 4th here. And it looks like he will. So still a winning race for 55. Emery just making cut there is big for them because it's a bit of a mitigation there, because a top 3 would have been just really, really bad for Bay. If you down 34 halfway through and you get top 3, that puts you in a pretty rough position. So good on him.
Very good salvage from Emery here. Looks like he's really making a difference for Bay, especially in these finals. Just comes to be a testament for how he's played this whole season.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I don't know if either of you guys saw. Did Emery do ultra or did he have like a star for regular cut?
He either unblocked the cut with, like, as you say, a star, or I believe either super or breaker unblocked the cut for him, since Koshi was gone that entire race. But even with either play, it's still a great teamwork if it's the second option, or just great play by Emery individually making star shroomless there.
Yeah, I think if the 55 players in top 2 like handled the POW a little better, drove a little faster, they might have still been 1 after Emery doing that cut. But luckily for Bay, he's able to sneak into 1st there.
That could have been very, very bad for Bay. It was still definitely not good. However, it did mitigate some of the loss that could have been resulting in them losing this match.
Yeah, so we're looking at a 41-point lead for 55 with 5 races to go. Definitely too early for them to feel comfortable, as we see a MC3 pick coming out here as well, so this could go a lot of different ways.
You'll definitely have to keep an eye on the baggers to see if either one of them pulls Bill, because that could be detrimental for the race.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely a lot of luck in the bagging battle on this one. See a burn from Closhi, so not a huge deal.
It's like he's getting contested by Yoki.
Yep. So our POV's in the back here. It looks like a couple of 55 members up front.
And with Henny taking the shroom cut, looks like they are
Ooh,
in
but he's
2-3
gonna
now.
get trailed by his teammate, and so he's barely able to shroom into 1.
CP be able to keep this.
Yeah. So he's gonna have to drive very well here. People are gonna shroom up as well.
Oh, there's a blue
But
coming
a
out for
blue out
Bay.
on breaker.
Oh,
Oh, that lag
Ooh,
was really bad. Someone has a TC.
Still fortunate that wasn't past the TC after, but
Ani with a solid mega pull there could definitely help, even if they don't have shock, just kind of mitigate the damage.
It's like 55s and 6-7, and looks like they're 2-3, I believe.
Closhi does pull that star in 8, so if Merrick does
We have
somehow
one
pull
bagger going
shock.
forward.
Two of 55 in dodges, though. We will see if shock does come out. Emery's actually billed from Yoki. Closhi's still in the star. Will shock come out? Yes, shock
And
does
he
come
dodges.
out with the
And he's
reds
getting
as
reds
well.
off on them.
Yeah.
Bay in 2-3.
So is
Yoki's
it
still holding on to first.
2-3-4
Yeah.
for Bay.
Okay,
Maybe
so they get a
2-3-4.
bit back.
Great shock pull from Merrick there. Definitely clutched up that race.
Yeah, I kind of assumed they had shock there after Closhi did not go into his star when 55 went into their dodges.
Yeah. Yeah, all 55 could do is try to use dodges to prevent a shock in a certain spot, but Bay was still able to adapt and shock later, and I mean, I'm sure Closhi would have liked to pull Shrooms to have a chance at getting first, but Triple Reds was also good because he was able to hit out 2 of 55 and 2-3-4's automatic winning race, so they get a few points back there.
Yeah, it looks like they're just looking to chip away at this lead once again. They are running out of time though, as we are coming down to the last couple of races here.
Yeah, 1 GP left. It's looking like a 36-point deficit for Bay. So not really a lot of big races either way since early on in this match.
Yeah, especially with 55 getting a lot of those very large races at the beginning, including a fridge. This could be the result of match 2.
You're seeing Stadium still from Bay, but Niche Peach Beach from Henny, but it's still going to be GCN Mario Circuit, which is again another complete coin flip of a track. Shock is just definitely going to be a deciding factor of this race, and with Bay down in the mid 30s, they'll be hoping that they are going to be the shock puller to try to get this war closer as they continue into GP3, but the first cut takers will be Emery with that mega. So going to be 1-3-4 for Bay with both baggers just sitting. And
Yep.
actually we will see Lambo is the first bagger back, so could be a tiny advantage for 55.
Ooh, and the Goomba hit. And then he's trailed, so he's not going to get much out of these shrooms. We'll see if he elects to bag a little bit at first set. Looks like he's going to chain for a 6 there.
A high roll there
Mega
with
is
a
a
mega.
solid pull, yeah. On our other POV, Hani shrooming through cut into 5th.
Looks like one of our baggers here does have a significant lead as well. We'll have to see who that is when they come around.
Yeah, a lap 3 shot could definitely
Ooh,
change the complexion of this
that's
race as we
actually-
see a back bomb.
Well, that could actually be very huge for Merrick to actually catch up to Lambo because he was also caught in that bomb. But
55 in bottom 2. We'll see if they can pull something useful here.
bottom 3 for 55. Single red
and
7.
that's a
That is
terrible pull.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that's
Never mind, Breaker was in
2.5.
8.
Meanwhile, Closhi pulled triple shrooms in 5 and now has a bomb in 3.
Yeah, Closhi will have to do something here to get Leote out.
Yeah, it's
He's
too
opting just
risky
to
to throw
back
that
it.
forward
Yeah.
with his teammate right next to him.
So we're
But
going
they
2-3-4
can
from
clutch
Bay.
out 2-3-4, 1-3-4 maybe.
It is close, yeah, for the first there between Supra and Leote, but that first
Either
is
way, that's
so
going to be
huge.
another winning race for Bay. But if it's only 2-3-4, then it might not be huge, but still them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, this match 2 is really shaping out to could be a close finish here at the end.
Yeah, which is exactly what you want to see as a spectator. Okay, and they get 1, so 1-3-4-7. That's gonna be a bit beefier of a winning race. looks like maybe plus 9, plus 11.
Plus 13. Wait. Yeah, plus 13. So only down 23 with 3 left, which is definitely doable. Again, yeah, they just need high single-digit winning races on average, but again, just one top 3, and they're just basically tied with it. But
Yeah,
with
I
how the
think if you're
momentum's going, they
yeah,
should be
if you're
chilling here.
55, like you gotta feel pretty uneasy right now because you haven't had any like devastating races. But if this keeps up, then race 12 could be very interesting, and it's a must-win for them, obviously, to stay alive. So there's
Especially if.
definitely a
I'm
lot
sorry. Go
less
ahead.
pressure on Bay right now. Yeah, there's just less pressure because they won match 1, and they're coming from behind here.
I was gonna say if RBC comes out here, then that could have been detrimental for 55 for the frontal presence of Bay here. But looks like we're getting RDS instead.
Yeah, another coin toss of a track as we saw last match. That double is going to be very important to see who pulls the triple shrooms and goldens. Closhi opting to drive this time and does pull a mega. We'll see what Closhi does opt to do with this, either Schlag or Chain to
Yeah, he's
take the
got a
cut.
couple options here. Oh, and he's greened
Oh,
out.
yeah. Does pull shrooms
But he
though,
pulls
so you
shrooms for
can,
double.
yeah, at least can take the cut. But Hanny is the first shroom taker for the cut. Lots of 55 in the front. 2, 3, 4 still, I believe Supra potentially holding down 1, yeah.
He does have a Shroom
Bagging
3 here,
battle's
which could
still
be
pretty
crucial for
close.
Henny getting a Shroom 2 here could be crucial for getting to 1 as well with that cut at the end. Oh, and it looks like Super hits a
Oh,
wall.
Oh,
that messed Hanny up too.
and Closhi actually bumped out, and Emmer having a TC
Yeah, this is a
with some
fest.
laggy interactions. But 55 is top 3. TC unfortunately is past to Closhi, and Lynx is taking double, so this could be very, very good spots for 55 after the double. Yeah, bottom 2 at least. But there's definitely a lot of 55 in the front, probably top 3 as
Yeah,
we
Especially with
see.
this is not looking like a great position for Bay just because for these bottom 2 players to get anything, they're gonna need things to go exactly their way lap 3.
There is a bagger going forward though. Could mean that they have shock. We will see which bagger
Top-
is going back here. Merrick is going
Top
forward.
4?
Bay could have shock potentially. Shock comes out. I think dodging Emery. Yeah, dodging Emery in 4th in a
Getting
mega
them
and
all into
breaker. So
set.
yeah, a Bay shock and chaining triple shrooms. So Emery's actually going to get into 1. And more shrooms for Closhi. So 1-3 now. What a turn of events, but
Oh, but
insta-redded
Closhy's read it
out.
out and pulls a TC.
Yeah.
I mean, this could go to line possibly.
Breaker's in 3rd though, so still on pace for a winning race here.
Looks like a 2-4 maybe for 55.
Shock actually cancels the TC, so 1-3-6, but very, very clutch shock from Merrick
Yeah.
again. Yeah, if 55 pulled shock, that is just wraps
Yeah,
for that
because they were.
race.
I mean, was that top 4 before that shock? Was I seeing that
They were,
correctly?
yeah, they were like top 4, top 3, 5, because Emery had that mega in 4, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's never bad to be top 4, but this is definitely a track where you could lose that pretty quickly with a shock.
sure, yeah.
Oh, 3, 4, 5 for 55.
Oh, it's
so
top 2, never mind. Yeah, it looked like 1-3, but Breaker sneaks past. But, going into the last 2 races, only down 16 points for Bay, so still winnable, obviously, but again, we will need a bit better races from Bay. But again, 1 top 3 again is all they need,
yeah,
and they just need to get lucky on these
16
track picks.
16 with 2 to go is very minimal. But if 55 can even get like a small winning race, like 5 or 7, that will help them a lot. Just have like a easier time for race 12. If if Bay kind of keeps this momentum going and they get another, +9 or something like that, it's going to be really tense in race 12.
Yeah, especially with the mountain that Bay has been climbing to get back into this match here. It could all come down to the last few races. And we see RBC coming out here, which could be huge for some frontal presence.
Yeah, I mean,
well, hopefully for Bay just to get to the top spots as quickly as possible. Henny's still holding down one. Does not seem like there is a single drafter actually, but Bay is in 3-4. Actually, Yoki getting into second, but we could see some double backs beginning potentially on this next turn here, or just any turn because it is RBC and every turn
that's a
is
huge
extremely
Nana.
thin.
Wow. Yeah, they get Closhi off the track with that Nana.
And we do see a lot of 55 in the front from the mini map, at least a top 2-5
Yeah, and
with
Bay
the
is
two
bottom 2
daisies.
currently.
I believe they may be top 3 for 55 right now.
Yeah, yeah, they are top 3 actually. Yeah,
They're just
so
gonna
yeah,
need
Yoki and
to.
Leody.
They're gonna need to really focus on coordinating these backs in the castle because there's a lot of turns that are good for it. As I say that, they're getting blued out of one. We'll see what they can hold on
Lambo
to.
does turn around and goes forward. Could mean that they do have shock in 9. Merrick did do the respawn, so I think 55 actually does have a shock in 9.
It still looks
Unless
like top 2-4 for them, and they have POW as well.
Unless Lambo's driving with a star, this could be very good. For 55.
What if we'll see a T-Pow on a breaker here at the end?
Yeah, they got to be careful just to not hurt themselves, and it looks like they're just powering them into set.
The pack is still relatively close here, coming to lap 3.
Yeah, we see on our
wins.
other POV, Closhy's going to be goldening up from 7 here. We'll see exactly what spot he's able to break into with this. Looks like a mid spot. Oh, but he hits a trail.
Looks like another blue came out as well.
Green's up onto Yoki, and they do connect.
And Yoki's
And Breaker
hit.
gets
Wow.
into
Breaker's
one.
into
Yeah.
1. We'll see if he
Breaker
can
will
make
need to
use
do
of this
something
last
to
green.
hit out. Does not connect. I think Hanny will just get into 1 here with the shroom.
Oh,
Breaker also has a shroom.
Well.
Never mind.
Dropping
Greens are
greens, I'm
dropped.
surprised he didn't try to snipe him out at the POW there.
Oh, but he lets him draft.
Getting a draft.
Yeah, it's very close. Just this blue to green line. They're definitely just. Shot comes out.
TS attempt.
Failed the TS.
Fails.
Yeah. If he pulls a red, it's. Oh, he doesn't pull a red. This is going to be really close, but Breaker could hold on to 1. Nana. Oh. Does not connect.
That was a good attempt.
So 1-3 from
1-3.
Oh, Emery's in 4th. Yo, I think it's a 1-3-4 actually.
8th. Wow, this race 12 is going to be insane.
Yeah, no, this is going to be. Closhy's given up. But.
So let's not forget that Bay was down 58 after GP1. They've been down as much as 41 in the latter half of this war, and they've just it hasn't been anything like a top 3 or top 2-4 really. They've been getting a lot of these top 2s or 1-3-4s, kind of just taking it one race at a time, and here they get a 1-3-4. So
yeah, they're really out here grabbing the shirts of 55, making sure that they don't pull away here. It's all going to come down to this last race.
Yeah, looks like a 7-point lead for 55. So this is really anyone's game here.
I, for one, am very excited to see what happens in this last race, to see if we see Bay come out as the winners from surmounting that comeback, or if we end up going to match 3.
What's so weird and like deja vu is that for the D7 semis for match 2 race 12, Lotus was up 7 going into race 12, where 55 got the winning race of race 12 to get the win. And we're literally in this exact same position, but flipped, 55 being up 7 going into the last race with Bay trailing this entire match. It's literally a complete recap of the semis, match 1 with Bay completely dominating, and then match 2, Bay trailing for the entire match, and could potentially win this match too. But again, yeah, they do need, since they are down 7, a 34-point race is needed from Bay to tie in a 35-point race or more to win D7. So still a lot of work for them to do. And it is Stadium where Shock can play such a big role because of the last ramp where the TS is so deadly.
This does feel a little nostalgic for both me and D Bergie, as our D9 finals and also ended on Stadium as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like Closhy's opting to schlag Henny here, see if he can get him out of the race.
Yeah, but this Blueprint age is unfortunate. He's just going to stay in the back. And Closhi does have, from the other POV, a star. So he's probably just going to be holding this for most of the race. But again, considering this stadium, Bay will just most likely need to pull Shock this race, considering how strong the final TS is on the final ramp. But so far, yeah, both our POVs are in bottom 2, so can't know the top spots. But we do know, due to the daisies, that they are one with a good break. So could be a good start for 55. Just hold this. But Bay will need blue here, unless they get 2, 3, 4, 5 this race.
Looks like a Shocks comes out as well on a
An
TS.
early Shock comes out. Yeah. So Merrick actually could give a sign that they are in 10 right now. But that is exactly what they need. And I think 55 is actually bottom 3 now. So
Yeah.
with this state, with 1 lap to go, Bay is in the position to make the
Blue is
comeback
out.
here.
Blue is out. This is a
Oh,
very
yeah,
scary
blue is
position
it.
to be in for
I think Leotti was
55.
hit out as well.
Bay is
Looks like
top
he's top
4.
4.
Yeah.
Oh my
There is a
gosh.
TC, I think. Yeah, Leotti has a TC. He does
This
not
might
pass
be
it, so
it.
Leotti's dead. Oh, but he spams the stars. The TC does not get affected.
They're gonna
If
need
Closhi gets...
Shock here though. They're gonna have to TS top spots, otherwise it's
Yeah.
over.
Looks like no
Henny
Shocks coming out
streaming
here.
up.
I don't think it's gonna be
Yeah.
enough. I think this is all
only?
Bay.
It's top 257. It is very close.
Top
Top
257
257
should be enough for them to win.
is gonna be
Oh my
very
gosh.
close. Was that 33, 36? I think they won. They won by like 4 or 6, I think, depending on the bagger point.
That's
I
insane.
think, but we will see. If it is top 257, I did count it correctly. Should be a plus 11 race, 11 or 13, depending on the bagger point, but they could
It
have
looks
just
like
done the comeback. Yeah, they did it.
Bay
Plus
winning by
13
6
race.
What an incredible comeback by Bay, especially being down that much after 4 races. Just a test to in here. They didn't lose a single match the entire season.
Yeah, it was looking a bit scary there, but kept the undefeated 12-0,
And
including playoffs. So complete domination of D7 this season.
yeah, well, a great congratulations to Bay. Me and D Bergie do have to go because we are playing our D9 semifinal match against ZN right now. Sparkster will be commencing the interview with Bay. Thank you guys so much for watching.
the exact same thing happen for both semis and finals. But just going into the first question, that GP1 of match 2 was pretty rough from our point of view. But how did you guys feel kind of entering GP2 and especially that race 6 kind of mental reset? Like, did you guys do any type of a mental reset there to get your momentum back?
I think we were like not used, but we had a lot of comebacks already, like in Wars the past 2 seasons. So like we weren't new to like coming Wars back, so we stayed composed, and we were pretty calm throughout the thing, I think.
Yeah, we were gonna say like since this match 2 could have been potentially your first loss of the season, could have been like kind of new territory. Obviously, you haven't lost a single time, so it could have just been a bit off-putting to just see a loss happen, considering you haven't felt one in a league match in so long.
Yeah, I think like it wasn't that bad for us because of most of our like bad races were our fault. I think a lot of them at least. So it wasn't like we weren't super depressed or angry or anything. We just played on.
Yeah, unfortunately, Merrick isn't here, but it did seem like Merrick was definitely helped on a lot of races. DS Delfino match 2 was definitely a great example. I think considering they were top 3 onto race 10, that could have been kind of the deal maker of that match without if Merrick didn't pull shock. But I do believe that he did play a big role there. I know he did. He has like exams tomorrow, so he's sleeping. But
he said himself he had a rough second match. He said he kind of got out back in the second match. He came in clutch in the important races, I guess.
yeah, it was even, but yeah, just he had way more kind of impact again on those races where you guys got the bigger races. But yeah, it was good that you guys just didn't let the first GP get to your heads. You just got high single digit winning races for 7 to 8 times, which in the end was enough. But one question I guess to all of you, will you guys well, first most likely it's just going to be a yes, but you guys will most likely just be running it back. But will it be the same people, or will there be potential new additions?
We didn't really go into planning yet for next season, so it's probably going to be a similar lineup, but we don't know yet. It all depends on like how many people Bay 1 has and if we have enough people for 2 teams, etc. But if we have the opportunity, we would like to run it back. Like if you can run it back, if we have enough for 2 teams, it will be something similar probably.
Yeah, 2 teams will obviously be pretty cool. As I do bag for Bay 1, so I do know a lot, I guess. Or I have scrimmed with you guys, so I do know a bit of the insights and stuff. But most likely, yeah, you guys will just be placed in D6. I do remember getting asked by a board member before the season started, would you guys be down to be moved up to D6? And Breaker gave me the hard answer of no. So
we did have some conflict on that. I was saying let's just do it to play a bit more, to like maybe see where we can push our limits to, but then Breaker said no, he's the leader, so I just told Board never mind.
It was like me and Marek were against it, I think, and I think Supra and Emre didn't really have an opinion, and Kloshi was for it, so we just went against it. But which was maybe a mistake in hindsight. I think we would have done fine in D6, but yeah.
But considering what went down last season in D7, which was pretty devastating, playing D7 this season wasn't the worst decision. Obviously, just getting that confidence boost that you wanted, or that you wished to got from last season. But now you've definitely proven that D7 is complete for you guys.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we get placed in D7 again. As long as our OU stays.
I will be so shocked.
It depends on the comp, but overall, maybe they like put back another division, the team's coming back, but probably not.
I highly doubt it.
But another congrats to Emre for not getting this single, but double banner, as he did get the MVP.
Thank you.
Well, but just from those just from those finals matches, it definitely showed why you deserve that MVP. That MVP, like you completely dominated most of the races, and BC3 was such a big clutch for you guys, as again they were top 3 and you making cut. One question: did one of your teammates unblock the cut lap 3? Because there was a fib on it, or did you take like a
Yeah,
star
no.
ultra?
Lab 3, like I think they had shock, or I think
Yeah,
Marek
they
told
did.
me that they had shock, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, Marek, instead of like going backwards, I think it's the best thing you can do is unblock the cut so we can take it.
Oh,
So
so
he
oh, so
unblocked
it's
the cut.
Merrick that unblocked. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he unblocked the cut, and then
yeah, we were debating like if you either took ultra, took star, Shroom was to unblock the fib, or one of your teammates did it, but it was Merrick. All
yeah, it
along,
was Marek.
good play
I
by
think
him.
overall, like I like in match one, I think it was pretty chill. We got most shocks, and like all I did was just press A. In the second match, I think me scoring that well was mostly because of like Marek coming in clutch and the other guys. I think at the end someone has to MVP, but it's always a team effort. So yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
all of you guys did have good averages from the regular season, all of you, or you four having at least an 85 plus average from 3 GPs, and with three of you having a 31 plus. So yeah, it wasn't just a uh one man team. All of you guys did play your part, and it did pay off at the end of the day. So, but with that said, if you guys have any more comments, you guys can go ahead. But if not, that will probably be the conclusion of D7 finals and D7 for this season. Was a very fun division. The standings might have been a bit kind of not close, but there's still going to be many more playoff matches that we will be casting over the next 2 to 3 weeks in other divisions. And stay tuned for tonight, actually, where we will be casting the D6 semis between Chili Wogs and CY2. So at 8 p.m. EST. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But other than that, I'm done here. If you guys have anything else to say.
Yeah,
Just a, oh,
yeah, you
sorry.
can go first.
I just wanted to say again, because he's not here, but thanks to Merrick, like he did an insane job the whole season, bagging every single match for us, and I think he outbagged most people, like in most matches. So huge thanks to him. He played a
Yeah,
big
I
role in this.
also wanted to thank the team, like especially Breaker, who organized like almost everything. Which is kind of tough when I'm in the team to organize stuff when I'm there because I'm always problematic. But also shout outs to like all the opponents in D7. Like I didn't know most of them, but they're all pretty chill, pretty fun people. Um, I'm going through the teams right now, all of the teams. So yeah, shout outs to them and thank you guys for organizing everything. That's it for me.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, we're very grateful to get both the casts for D7 just to get more kind of low division action for the viewers, as obviously historically it's always been higher div. So it's good to get a switch up and include as many divisions as possible because they definitely deserve it. There's definitely plays that are just insane, and there's definitely insane reactions that the casters get. So they're definitely worth the time. But with that, we will be concluding Division 7 of Season 14 of GSC. Thank you all for watching, and again, stay tuned for 8 p.m. EST tonight. CY2 versus Chili Wogs. Going to be a pretty exciting cast. It's going to be by Neemsy and Henry. And yeah, that is going to be it. And goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.